And away we go. Ooh, Grove is Grove Collaborative. 750s. Missed that little pop in the middle. Half an hour ago. That could have been interesting. Hey Matt. Good stuff. Don't force it if you're not feeling well though. Hey Joby. Nice to see you back. Well, I've only just woke up myself. Had a spot of dinner and then had a nap. Woke up about 10 minutes ago. Oh, better get on the stream for Power Hour. Or just having a quick review of what's moving, what's not moving, what's good, what's not. Faraday way below the VWAP. No, not interested. Oh, Ffie's just gone from strength to strength today. The wider markets. I mean, look at the Nasdaq. Wow, Nasdaq's up there at almost over 295 now. The Nasdaq, the Qs. Oh, it's and the Russell. No wonder we've been able to make some money today. Russell Index 2.5% up on the day. Nice little rally these last couple of days across the board on the markets. S&P 500, lovely. Most I've ever lost in a day, about 37,000. I think it was probably the most I've lost in a single day, Macca. I think I actually did that on stream as well. Actually, I think that was over 2 days. I expect 27,000 on one day, on a single day. Hang on a minute. Easy way to find out. I've got my trader view stats here. Very simple to find out. Here's my reports. UTEP. Yeah, I'm just 26,000 earlier this year. Twenty-eight thousand. Do we have any? No, I was right. I was right the first time. 36,000. That's the most I've ever lost in a day. 36. That was in March. Why did I lose so much? I have to go back and review that one. That's a big loss, that one in one. I think I was hungover. Is that right? No, it might have been. That's 2 trades as well. Yeah, LGVN was 24k and ISPO was 12k, so 36,000 is how much is my biggest ever daily loss. I should never have lost that in one day. What are you gonna do? That's gone by. That's past. I bet I did walk the dog after that loss. You're not kidding. Yes, Tom, back up and running. Why? Why would the FTSE fall after Boris going? I mean, the guy's more of a hindrance than a help. It's not like he's some kind of financial genius. The guy's bumbling Boris. Right, look. Top three trading teachers on TikTok, Les. Not saying I'm the best teacher on TikTok. Top 3. Yeah, GME and AMC are having good days today. Well, the markets are all good. I mean, we've finished. Obviously, we've finished the European sessions, but the markets are actually doing well today. Yeah, it was unsustainable. The guy, he was becoming. He got this kind of Teflon reputation. He got to a point where he was just so nonchalant about it. It was like, look, when it first started, it was okay because it was like, okay, I've done wrong. Maybe I can talk myself out of it. And then he went from the sublime to the ridiculous. Yes, he talked his way out of it to start off with. He got fortunate. Say fortunate. He caught COVID in a public as a public figurehead. Which helped him and helped his appearance and helped him with the nation to empathize with him and kind of relate to him. But then he just started doing shit that he thought, no, it doesn't matter, people love me, I can do whatever I want and I'll just deny it. And it was like, Boris, you've got blonde hair. No, I don't. Boris, you fat. No, I'm not. It was like it was blatantly obvious, and he just said, well, no, it doesn't matter. I can talk my way through it. And he got to a point where it was just unsustainable. Excuse me. Yeah, Grove's had a good day today. 95% up right now. Just testing $8. In fact, there's a few stocks have had good days today. Which, when you look at the lack of volatility that we've had over the last week or so, it was nice. But the point is, if you've got to campaign for something, super chip, if you've got to campaign for something, at least campaign on something that's legitimate. He campaigned well on the whole Brexit piece, which is really what set him up. Him and Farage together, both reasonably good public speakers, but they campaigned on, it was a campaign of lies. And Boris has been doing nothing but telling porcupines his whole political, his whole political career, and it's finally caught up with him. And the whole campaign debacle around Brexit was, I think, Farage was made to look like an absolute numpty when they started talking about, all of the surplus funds that wouldn't be going into the EU would be paid for the NHS. And of course, that was never the case. It was never the case. I can't stand Farage, slimy git that he is. I think you and I can get on very well and be good friends there, Super Chip, but I think you and I are probably poles apart with regards to our political ideals, shall we say, which I think is kind of amusing, because in the UK, in Ireland, in Europe even, your political ideals they don't make who you are. People don't give a monkeys about what your political beliefs are. People don't care whether you're leaning to the left or leaning to the right. They don't care who you voted for. It's an insignificance, really, in Europe. Yes, it matters in the wider scheme of things in terms of, governmental policy and things like that. But as an individual, people don't care about your political leanings. Whereas in the US, it's part of your actual identity. People will hate you depending on who you voted for or which way you're leaning to. And we in Europe find that absolutely mind-boggling. It's like people are judged based on the political affiliations. It's like, why? Makes no sense to us, people. A polarization. And again, the thing, what I find really amusing, what a lot of people, you speak to people that have lived in Ireland in particular, or anyone from the Nordics, is this conservative versus left wing mentality in the US, when both sides of the divide, there is no divide, they're both conservative, they're both very right wing, there is no left wing in the US. Socialism is seen as a dirty word. Socialism is seen as, the devil, if you will. And I live in a socialist state. Ireland is a socialist state, and you go to the Nordics and they are extreme socialist states. I'm like, well, what's so wrong about socialism? When we just can't get our head around the way that it's publicized in the US, and people are like, no, socialism is such a bad thing. We're like, why? Why is it bad to have universal healthcare? Why is it bad to have funded education? Why is it bad to have, social services that you pay for through taxes that are beneficial to the masses? We just can't get our heads around that. American politics is absolutely gaga. I think you find all investors are capitalists, Super Chip. That's the whole point. Capitalism is the root of profit. We all look to make profits. Capitalism and socialism are not necessarily, polar opposites. Hey, sound of fun. Anyway, I want to try and stay away from politics on this stream. It's the quickest way to create tensions and divisions in the chat is politics. So, but you can't get away from it over the last couple of days, in particular with the ridiculous way that you know, Boris has ended up leaving. Enjoy, Matt. Enjoy your walk. Can I figure out what happened in the last 2 hours? Simply Inc. Okay, so let me have a look at this on TradingView. OTC stock. So that popped up to almost $4 and then down again today. Let's have a look at it on the 5-minute. Pump and dump. That's what's happened with Simply Inc. Classic pump and dump. So from 12 market time, it was down at 25 cents. It moved up to $3.84 and back down to, it's now down at 67 cents. That's a classic pump and dump. I'll show you, but for those of you the uninitiated, right? Okay, so this is Simply Inc. on the 5-minute chart, the OTC market. And this is what I'm talking about with, you know, literal penny stocks. This is why it's all, you know, you've got to be wary. This is a classic pump and dump scenario. You've got people pumping it, and then all of a sudden the rug gets pulled and it's gone. And you get people left holding bags. You're gonna have people up here around $2, $2.50, holding bags, thinking it's gonna come back, and it's never coming back. Never in a million years. Let's have a quick look to see if there's any news that supports that. But based on the pattern, that's a classic pump and dump, OTC manipulation pump and dump. Simply Inc. No, so not seeing anything. Yeah, that's a pump and dump, that one. Any idea why you wasn't able to sell at 320? Well, that really depends on what time that was that you were trying to sell at 320. If I'm looking at that, selling at 320, there's two times that you could have sold at 320. You could have sold it at 12.55 on the way up, or you can have sold it at in that 20 minutes that it was up there between 320 and 380. Yes, that's the dog snoring. But if you didn't get filled, it's because there's a lack of liquidity. And this is something that happens all the time on the OTC markets. You put an order in, you don't get filled, it goes right past you because there's either no liquidity or it moves too quick because you put a limit order in. If you put a market order in, it'll fill you at the best order and you get filled with extreme slippage. The problem is with something like Simply Inc. That's a classic pump and dump. There is up until that point. I'll pull this back again, so just to show you what I'm talking about, okay? When I say classic pump and dump, you look at this. There's no volume at all. All the way up, there's no volume. There's nothing moving. It's down there like 9 cents, 10 cents. There's nothing. Then all of a sudden, look, there's loads of volume comes in. and it moves $3, $3.50, and then it drops the same amount, and then the volume volume just quits on it. So that's classic pump and dump. Lack of liquidity is probably why you couldn't get filled. If you're holding, but I'm sorry if you're holding bags up at 320, but that's not coming back anytime soon. The lack of volatility and volume before that, the lack of active trading in the last few days before that speaks volumes as well. Hey Roy, manipulation. It's the OTC market, it's the over-the-counter market, it's little penny stocks. They're not regulated as tightly as the likes of the NYSE, so the Nasdaq and the like, the Dow Jones, etc. So you get you occasionally with small low float stocks, you'll get manipulation. So literal penny stocks, you'll get a group of people who will get together and they will pump the price up. A lot of it is trading amongst themselves to pump the price up, buying on the uptick, and then they'll close it as soon as other people see the move. They start to get involved as well, and then they'll get out and they'll pull the rug, and everybody then starts panic sell, like a bit like a bank run, and the price absolutely falls, and you get people holding it because they weren't quick enough. They weren't quick enough to act at the top end. To get people holding it and holding bags, and effectively lose everything, because it goes from 10 cents or 11 cents in this case all the way up to like 360, and then down again just as quick. And you're buying it up at $3, there's no way back. How much money would it cost to do that? Really depends on the volume that has to go through. It depends on the price that or the size of the float that you're looking to manipulate as well. But it's surprisingly not as much as you would think, right? It just takes coordination, that's all. Hey Dunkers. I was looking at ISPC earlier as well, funnily enough. High specimen. 25% up on the day, 295. It was as high as 325, I think, at one stage. 326, higher day. Oh, not much in terms of action right now. It's kind of languishing around the VWAP. The volumes kind of died out. Had its little move upwards here on this volume candle here, and then it's just the volumes just died out. So you need volume. No volume, no trade. High specimen. Eiger, I've not looked at Eiger for a good few. Eiger Biopharma Science. 797. I think I've tried this before. Yeah, quite a few times. Up at this would have been back in May when I tried this last time. Yeah, made a couple of days, made a move up from kind of 6 up to 8, 850s. So I get currently 795. Again, volume's low. 368,000 shares traded all day. So not great volume all day, but it did make a nice little move up there about an hour ago, about 90 minutes ago. But not on high volume, and that's what you've got to be worried about. Is you don't trade it if there's no volume. You need volume for it to be a legitimate trade, for it to be predictable. Last thing you want is to get caught in any kind of market manipulation. AVDL, so Avadel Pharmaceutical, 416s. Again, it's low volume. One spike here, it didn't get over 60,000. So this one was what, 57,000 on this one spike. Apart from that, there's nobody trading it. You had one minute of increased volume, and then that's it. So no trades there. Need volume. Needs volume. This is just over 1 million shares traded today. Yeah, not doing too bad there, Roy. A lot better than I was. So I had, as you're probably aware, I had COVID last week. Well, I've had COVID all this week as well. But I'm day by day, I'm feeling a lot better. Today, in particular, I'm feeling, just a little bit fatigued. That's all. That's probably the worst thing at the moment. Is fatigue. All right, let's have a look at what else. Let's have a look at Grove again. This was testing highs up here at 790s. I want to see volume candles up and around the kind of 150, 160 and above again before we start trading this again. So backed holdings, they had a little bit of a move up. Reasonable volume. Still relatively low volume, relatively speaking. So based on what it normally does versus what it's currently done. No, absolutely, Roy. Which is what I did earlier. I was trading this morning, took my dog for a walk, came back, had a spot of dinner, then had a nap. It's very civilized. When I lived in Spain for a few years at the turn of the century, and I found the whole concept of siesta, to start off with, I found it very strange. Why would you close the shop for, close everything for half a day? You have lunchtime and then close everything for half a day and come back later when the sun's ready to set. I just couldn't get my head around it. And then as I kind of acclimatized, not just to the weather, but to the customs as well, I thought, yes, it's such a civilized concept. And, siesta. Also known as the afternoon nap. I hope we slept more than 20 minutes there, Roy. But I mean, you used to take a nap every afternoon, you mean? Which is, like I say, civilized concept. Really is. So this is the champion of the day. Usea. United Maritime. Yeah, have a spot of have a spot of lunch, then sleep it off, and then you find yourself even more productive when you wake up. That's the theory anyway. Recharge. You know, a lot of us will go and have our lunch, and then we'll go back to if we work in an office, for example, or whatever it is that we do. We'll go and have our lunch, take our lunch break, we'll eat something, and then we'll go back, and the afternoon, for the first 60 to 90 minutes after we sit back after eating our lunch, we've got what's known as the 3 p.m. slump, or the 2 p.m. slump, where we want to take a nap, but we feel like we're supposed to be being productive. And people who schedule meetings, particularly in the corporate sector, people who schedule meetings right after lunch get absolutely nothing done. Because you go into this meeting, and they're the least productive meetings you're going to have all day. I deliberately used to, I wouldn't schedule meetings after lunch. Just like my Miyako here. First thing in the morning, that's the best time to schedule a meeting. 9:30. Give people enough time to get a cup of coffee in them. 9:30 on the dot, meeting. People actually paying attention, are alert, they're ready for the day. So away we go. Faraday, selling off now. GameStop's had a really good day. 134s. Have a look at where AMC is right now. I know AMC's had a good day as well, but let's have a look at the actual action. Oh my goodness, GameStop and AMC's not really stopped all day. It's like up and down movement, but it's been very, very strong. Should have been trading AMC. Why was I not trading it? Look at it on the 60-minute. Just the 15-minute even. Look at that. As a 15-minute chart, how strong is that from AMC? Just added the blocks, a bit of a pullback, and then you just never look back. There's a couple of really good entries, really nice safe entries in there as well. So now it's kind of plateaued up at the top end, but on the run up, yeah, I've been paying more attention to that. Just looking at what else is. Bed Bath & Beyond has had a good day as well. Another one of those meme stocks. Pulling back now, it's kind of languishing around the VWAP, but again, right out of the blocks, a bit of a pullback, consolidation, bounce on the VWAP and a move up. Gotta be honest, I'm not even disappointed with my takings on the day. Could have been better. I was up and down quite a bit earlier. Well, for those that were up on the stream, you were watching me do it. I was up 7,000, then give back some, then back up again, and then give back some, and it was a bit of a, you know, a yo-yo P&L for quite a while. Once we got green, we stayed green. We've not been red today, which is good. Long may it continue. I was actually looking at my trader view stats earlier whilst we were on screen, and I'm like, I've not had a losing trade yet this month. Granted, this is only day 3, but that's besides the point. I've not had a losing trade, let alone a losing day. Touch wood. Not had a losing trade yet this month. That kind of accuracy is virtually unheard of. What else else is moving. So let's go back to the markets. So we're getting a bit of a pullback now. SPY's pulling back a little bit. Look at it on the 1 minute, a bit more pronounced on the lower time frame. Did the dog get COVID? Unfortunately, or fortunately rather, fortunately dogs don't suffer from COVID as far as I'm aware. But she certainly didn't catch it off me. She didn't know what was going on because I just didn't have the energy to take her for a walk, you know. And she's got her routine, and she's like, "Come on." She's looking at me strange when I've got her on the lead, and all I'm doing is walking her to literally to the corner so she can have a pee. And she's looking at me, like, "No, we normally go further than this," and I'm like, "I'm not up to it." Confused look on her face, bless her. Happy again now. Now she's able to walk in the park again. I didn't expect to see you here today, Alistair. This evening, Alistair. I thought you'd be done now. I thought you'd be halfway through a lovely bottle of red. I don't know if they can carry it. I don't think they can. Because wasn't there a big thing about don't pet any dogs or something because you might catch COVID off a dog, and they're like, no, you can't catch COVID off a dog. So Inspira Technologies never got off the ground. It made its run up this morning pre-market. Let's look at it on the 15-minute. You'll see what I'm talking about. It made its run up this morning pre-market, and sold off into the open, and then never came back. Once it broke that green line and went red on the day, it's just been consolidating ever since. So that's Inspira Technologies. IIN. I thought that we might get, because this is where we got the influx of volume on this one today. It was on this initial move up and then the sell-off. So yeah, it just didn't have the volume to make any decent moves. That's Inspira Technology. See where we traded this all day. It's funny when you look at it in such a condensed, time frame, and where you've actually traded something. GameStop up at 135s again. Mid 135s. Let's have a look at GameStop. Trying to make a nice little run into the close. GameStop's having a great time today. Go you apes! Let me know, guys. Let me know in the chat. Are you one of the Moon Platoon? Are you a part of the Moon Gang? Are you an ape on patrol? Have you been trading GameStop or AMC? And if you have, which one? Meme stocks are back, it seems. Riot and Mara have had good days today as well. So Riot, looking at these earlier, so quite a few of the crypto stocks have moved up today, crypto mining stocks. So let's go back to the 15-minute chart. So the 15-minute chart, this is Riot and Riot Blockchain. And see how well it's up there at kind of 518s. I remember this time last year trading Riot and Mara up in the 40s. So it just shows you 35-40 dollars a share. It shows you how far they've fallen over the last 12 months. And Mara, Marathon Digital, testing $7 now. And it used to be Riot Blockchain that was the leader. Now it's Marathon. Good day all round, Alistair. Proud of you. Well done. Stay off the market now. It's not worth, if we've got 15 minutes to the close, it's not worth opening your montage and trying to find something. I'm not going to be trading anything right now. There's nothing really moving with the volatility that would warrant me risking the gains I've already made. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm done for the day. This is me done for the day. Unless something does turn around. But with excuse me. But with 15 minutes, there's not really enough time to make a decent amount of money. Well, the Bitcoin mining stocks have been had a good day today. Or the crypto mining stocks. Let's see what else. Let's have a look at where the volume's been today. So Faraday, that probably had the most volume of the equities, followed by Bed Bath and Beyond. So we've covered both of those. AMC, 57 million shares traded today of AMC. And we've had United Maritime, which is where we made most of our money, followed by Growth Collaboration, which is the other one that we've made money on today. So then comes Marathon Digital, Affirm. Didn't see that move. Let's have a look at Affirm. Yeah, so Affirm's had a good move today as well. So right out of the gates, why did this not hit the scanners? Right out of the blocks, this popped up. Had a nice little pull back to the VWAP before moving it up the rest of the day. Good $3 move across the course of the day. What, 15%? Yeah, we're all back on Monday. I'm back tomorrow, but enjoy the long weekend. Enjoy your long weekend, Alistair. You've earned it this week. What's that, about 3x on your initial deposit last month? I don't mean like a pump and dump. I mean it's moved up. Well, then we've got Riot Blockchain, we covered that. Crescent CPG. Let's have a look at that one. Yeah, moved up. It's not moved up huge amounts. Kind of struggling to find big moves after this. So decent volume, but not exactly big moves. Yeah. So the good news is, guys, that there's some volatility creeping back into the market today. That's what we want to see. So volatility with volume, and that's the main thing, is that we're not just getting the volatility, we're not just getting the moves, we're getting them with good volume. So if you're getting the moves with good volume, it makes the moves a little bit more predictable. It means that you can actually spot the patterns as they form and know with reasonable certainty that when they break out, they're going to break out with good volume, and you're going to get a good strong move that you can take advantage of. And that's all you want, is you want to be able to take 10, 20 cents a day. If you can make between 10 and 20 cents a day, you can earn a really good living. You take 5,000 shares and you make 20 cents on it. That's $1,000. People are always taking risks, Roy. And that's the thing with the market. The market is risky. Trading the market is risky. If you're risk averse, don't trade. You know, holding a pension, you know, you're 401k if you're in the US, or you know, a pension in the UK. Holding a pension is risky. It's low risk, but still risky. I know people that were getting ready to retire before 2008, and they'd saved all their lives in pensions, and they'd got these lovely little nest eggs to retire on, and then all of a sudden it was wiped out in the space of 3 weeks, and they had no money left. Which is why I'm never going to do that. I'll manage my own money. I don't want some dodgy hedge fund or pension fund management company embezzling my money for my retirement when I can embezzle my own money. You get what I'm talking about. Some greedy pension fund manager that decides that they're going to take more risks than they should with my retirement fund and lose it all. A la Nick Leeson and Barings Bank. Let's go back to AMC. Where's AMC? There it is. Let's draw a nice little 5-minute trend line here, a nice little ray line. Let's see if we don't get the break of that. You want to be able to, so sound of fun, you want to have a panic button, which is like a stop. It works in the same way as a stop loss, but it's a manual trigger as opposed to an automated trigger. So if you find yourself in one of these manipulated stocks, you press your panic button and it sends a market order to basically get rid of your entire position at the best possible price. Now you will get slippage on that, but at least it will get you out of your position and you're not left holding bags. You make a small loss or a moderate loss as opposed to left holding bags and losing everything. Yeah, so now we're looking at the top movers kind of in around the 20-25% movement area for a lot of those now. NVS is making, it looks like it's making, trying to make a move into the close. No volume, that's the problem with it. This is a novice bio. Trying to make a move back up and test these highs up here at 1520s, but on low volume, so can't really trade it. Barry's been selling off for all day, really. Had that pump into the close yesterday and then sold off ever since. Moving sideways with GME and AMC right now. It's a bit choppy, as you can see. Well, Roy, the dog's been walked. She'll get another walk before I record the trade recap, today's trade recaps. It'll be interesting, today's trade recap, because it'll be more on what not to do than what to do, even though it's been a good day. It's I probably could have, not just could have, I should have had over $10,000 today with United Maritime. The fact that I was 7,000 up and I gave back 5 again, I gained 3, gave back another 2, gained another 3. It was, you know, it's silly of me the way I traded it sometimes. But I'll cover that on the trade recap later for that I do for YouTube. So if you haven't already, guys, go and check out my YouTube channel. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. There's a lot of educational content on there. You can access, you know, talking like 10-15 minute videos. I do trade recap videos every day, which I can't really do on TikTok, because I can do the 10-minute videos on TikTok if I really wanted to, but nobody wants to see a 10-minute video on TikTok, let's face it. I've done a couple of them, you know, tutorials and stuff, but nobody watches them. TikTok's for the short attention span, the ADHD generation. Hey, Roberts. Well, it's been a good day. It's good to see that the volatility is coming back. Long may it continue. And this is, even this on the way up, it's quite choppy. You can see there's like a couple of reds, a green, red, green. It's very, very choppy on the way up. This is Faraday. It's on the way back up again. It's 550, 550s. Still below the VWAP for today, but it's probably one of the it probably is the most traded stock today. Faraday, 61.7 million shares traded today. So let's see volume. Yeah. In terms of equities, Faraday is the top traded stock today, followed ever so slightly by Bed Bath & Beyond at 59.1 million shares traded. AMC, 59.3 million shares traded. Bed Bath & Beyond, 59.4. And United Maritime, 40 million. So then there's huge drop off then. Just goes to show you follow the crowds, you follow the volume. If you follow the volume, you're going to get the good moves that you can take advantage of. I could do that, Teddy, but you know, like I was saying, is posting it on TikTok, it just won't get views. It just won't get posted out. Fast moving brains, you mean short attention spans, they're super chip. But I'm terrible for having short attention. I need to get myself tested for ADD or ADHD. Not, I don't get the hyperactivity side of it. So ADD. I'm either all in or all out. There doesn't seem to be an in between with me. My attention span. I'm either extremely engaged, you know, super engaged, or my mind wanders. I used to, funny enough, Teddy's retreat. I probably should do that, because I used to do that on a daily basis when I had a slightly different setup, and that's probably what I'll do right now. Towards the end of the, we're coming up to the close. I'll do that. I'll do the desktop tour, so to speak. How do I select what I'm going to trade in? Benzinga. It's very simple. I have certain rules. The trade selection is part and parcel is part and parcel of any good trading strategy, trading selection. There's a whole bunch of different things. You got your actual strategies, your trading strategies, your trade selection or stock selection. You've got which part, the scanners that help you do that. You've got your risk management, which is probably the most essential part of any profitable trading strategy. There's a number of different things that you need to, get good at, get proficient at before you put money on the line. Until you get proficient at those things, you're always going to be more likely to lose money than be profitable. So just jumping in and trading something because it's moving is, recipe for disaster. Chasing momentum, recipe for disaster. Yes, chase the momentum in terms of looking at it, but don't just jump in. Look for a nice safe entry. Look for the follow through. Why is that stock moving? Does it have nice volume? Is it exhibiting a sustainable trend? Is it just pumping up, or is it something that you need to be wary of? So a lot of these things you need to well, funny enough, there's as much money to be made in a bear market as there is in a bull market. The problem is, the main difference, because most people tend to be long biased, and if you're long biased, trading in a bull market and trading in a bear market, there's not a lot of difference, but for one key factor. You're going to get a lot more parabolic movers in a bull market than you will in a bear market. You're still going to get those good parabolic movers every now and again, but it's more about being pickier with your trade selection, your stock selection in a bear market, so that you don't have as much choice when it comes to big movers. So what you've got to do is your trade selection becomes key. You make a good, if you get good trade selection, good risk management, you get in, you make your gains, you get out and have done with it. You can do that in a bear market as well as a bull market. The problem is when it's a choppy sideways market. If it's trending upwards or downwards, there's always something that you can trade. If it's sideways and choppy, it becomes less predictable, and that's when it becomes very difficult. Hey, Lover. Love Horizon. Okay. So we've seen a few people being profitable today, which is great. And I think that's largely down to how they learned. I'm taking all the credit. I don't, for those people that are on the stream wanting me to teach them how to trade, I've no problem teaching you how to trade, but I'm not guaranteeing you profitability. What I will do is give you all of the knowledge that you need to be able to trade profitably. But to be profitable comes down to you. Let's talk about that now. Let's go through that. Okay, so this is me, and I'll pull this across for the YouTube guys so you know what I'm talking about. So if you go into my profile, click on my face, swipe left, whichever one of you do, and you'll get to the link tree. Now, all these links that you see on the link tree, you can find these exact same links in the description of the video on YouTube. So if you, the description below is where you get all of these. Now, on this link tree, you've got all of my contact information. If you want to contact me directly, just send me an email. Happy to engage directly. But if you want to learn how to trade, and you want to learn how to trade profitably, and that's the key, is learning how to trade profitably so you're making money and you're not giving it back to the market. So you asked me about stock selection, and that's one of the big things. So this is the course I put together for this stream at the request of everybody on this stream, and we're now getting a bunch of people that have taken the course and completed it that are now exhibiting profitability. I'm not giving guarantees of profitability, that's entirely down to you. But if you exhibit the discipline that's required to be a profitable day trader, I'll give you the principles and the knowledge to be able to do so. So what's entailed with being a profitable trader? So go and watch go onto my YouTube channel, watch the introduction to trading. It's the first lesson. You can watch that for free on the YouTube channel, no problem at all. But the single most important factor when it comes to being profitable as a day trader is risk management. The difference between losers and winners in the stock market are the winning traders. They concentrate more on protecting their equity. They concentrate more on protecting the money that they have in their account rather than looking at the gains they potentially could make. It's not as much about profit as protecting your position. And that's a key difference in terms of risk management. So you're always going to be able to find stocks to trade. And the question is, if you don't manage your risk, you're going to lose money with them. So managing risk is absolutely essential. Someone was just talking to me just a quick second ago about how do I find the stocks to trade. That's chapter 3, stock selection. What is it that I'm looking for? What must a stock exhibit before I'm going to trade it? And I go through the details of what I'm looking for, how I scan for those stocks, entry signals, exit signals. If you're watching me trading on a daily basis, you hear me talking about it. You'll hear me talking about exit signals, the dojis, the topping tails, the devil horns, all these. You know, they sound like nice little names for these patterns, but they're very important exit indicators that can help you protect the gains that you've made on a move. How to set up your charts, what you're looking for, windows of opportunity, support and resistance levels, all this kind of stuff. So understanding what it is that you're looking for in your charts, the technical indicators that I use, technical indicators, and why you don't use technical indicators alone for entry and exits. Intraday chart patterns. There's a whole bunch of different patterns, from bull flags to flat tops to bear flags to head and shoulders. All of these different intraday chart patterns that I look for that help me trade profitably. Intraday trading strategies. You'll hear me talking about the gap and go. You'll hear me talking about the momentum strategy. Start talking about reversals and all of these different ways that you can actually look at the price action, look at the indicators, use all that to your advantage, and use those strategies. And then there's a whole section on stock scanning. So if you're looking here in the middle, you've got Benzinga. I'll cover that in a second. I use Benzinga. You might use Trade Ideas. You might use FinViz. There's a lot of different services out there offering the same thing. Finimize was one that was mentioned yesterday, but they all offer a very similar thing. I just think Benzinga is the best. But certainly for what I'm looking for, it's got everything I need right at my fingertips, from alerts, news, calendars, scanners, screeners, the whole 9 yards. So I really recommend Benzinga. The psychological element. Now, I keep saying about to be a profitable trader, I can give you the knowledge. I can teach you how to do technical analysis, how to do pattern recognition. I can do all of that. That's all academic. I can teach you that. What I can't teach you is the emotional element. The psychological side of trading is something that you can only do yourself. I can give you pointers, and this is part of chapter 8, is about trade management and the psychological gain. I can give you pointers. I can give you some ideas of how I manage my my trading, but it comes down to you. When there's money on the line, controlling your emotions is a lot more difficult than you think it's going to be. Holding on to losers, because it's human nature not to want to be wrong. To actually get into a frame of mind where you realize that every single day you're going to be wrong. At some stage throughout the day, at some stage throughout that trade, you're going to be wrong. Recognize that you're going to be wrong and cut your losses before they turn into a big loss. That's another thing. The importance of level 2, there's hotkeys, hot buttons. Then trading as a business, there's tax implications. One thing I would say, I'm not going to be giving tax advice. Everybody on the stream is from different locations, different geographies, and the tax implications in Canada are different than they are in the US, and they're different than they are in the UK, and they're different than they are in Ireland, and they're different than they are in Australia. So wherever you are, employ a good accountant, a good number cruncher, and they'll be able to help you with that. I can give pointers on what I do, but it's going to be different from where you are as well. Then some things like Bollinger Bands, RSI, advanced technical indicators. There's an introduction to options and options trading, which is, I use options for swing trading, and I'm building out this swing trading course. I've not added to anything in June. Funnily enough, I've not added any. I was supposed to be adding a whole new chapter on swing trading, but so far all I've got is these 3 lessons here. But there's plenty of additional reading material as well, and all of that for, you know, less than 150 quid a month. Now, if you say, well, that's a bit expensive, Tony, well, you're making so much money trading, why are you trading for it? Well, there's 2 reasons for that. One, if you can't afford 150 bucks a month, you shouldn't be trading. You shouldn't be day trading. Quite simply, if you can't afford 150 bucks a month, you can't afford to day trade. Secondly is, I'm prepared to give you my time and my mentorship. You get access to a private Discord where I'm doing that. And if you're not prepared to have skin in the game, I don't want to be wasting my time. Simple. You know, there's a lot of people that do have skin in the game and do want to learn, and I'm happy to coach and mentor and help you develop your trading strategy for yourself. But I'm not going to do that if you've not got skin in the game. If you're just trying to get something for free, it's already the wrong mentality. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. Trading is not get-rich-quick. So it does take time. It does take a bit of dedication. You have to commit yourself to the course. Okay, going back to the link tree. How do I find stocks? Check this out. Benzinga. It's I'd say all these links are in the description below in YouTube. Free trial here. You click on that link. You get a free trial, and also, if you like it, you can get 35% off using this code. So it's occasionally they might give a better promo out, but if you're on the course, I give out the best promos on the course as well. But there's 35% off at any time. So Benzinga, check it out. 14 days for free. You get the scanners, you get the momentum scanners, gap scanners, signals and alerts, news, calendars, ideas. There's even an audible squawk so that you can actually listen to the Benzinga team making recommendations in real time on the audio as well. So Benzinga is a really fantastic product. Check it out for free. If you like it, use the discount code and get some money off there. TraderView, not to be confused with TradingView. TradingView is a great charting tool, and I use it. You can use it for free, but I use it for a little bit deeper analysis because I trade with Dash Trader, which is this little green and yellow one. Dash Trader is one of the better direct access software, direct market access softwares for trading. It's very configurable, hotkeys, hot buttons, scripts, all kinds of things. It really is great, and it carries the full order book as well. But I use that with Capital Markets Elite and also with Interactive Brokers. So that's Dash Trader. Now I do more deep dive with TradingView for charting. Now TraderView is where my stats. I import all of my stats every day. All of my trades, I import them into TraderView, and it allows me to then look at this kind of stuff here. So this is the stats. I look at my 2022 stats. You can see that average daily gain is just over $4,500 average gain across this year. I'm targeting myself on a 5,000 goal daily, which will give me that 7-figure goal for the year in terms of overall profitability, not just the trade profit as well. My average winning trade to average losing trade is pretty much the same. My profit factor is a little over 2 across the year, which is good. Average hold time, an hour. If I look at the instruments, so what that means is, okay, what have I made the most with? So last month alone, I made $127,000 with Ffie in just that one stock. So that was in June. I'd not traded it before, and I traded it yesterday. But so then we've got GRNA, which is half as much, which that was one trade back in February. Forge, 44,000. So this is this year. My biggest losing, in terms of tickers, NRGV. I've lost most with NRGV than I have with anything else. And I can even look at, break this down in terms of days and times, win-loss expectation. This is my P&L curve this year. As you can see, it's not exactly a straight line, but then again, you shouldn't expect to have a straight P&L. You're going to have losing days. You're going to have red days. Every trader does. My overall win versus loss ratio, I'm doing about a 2-to-1 win accuracy, which is good. My gains overall, I've made over $1 million in profits, but I've lost over $500,000. So go figure. If I'd not made all these losses, I'd already have $1 million. So yeah, check it out. That's TraderView, great for analyzing your trades. You can get some good insights into what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, and improving your trading. It really is a great tool. So check it out. Okay, we're done. 9:15. I think I'm going to take the dog for a walk. I'll record the dog for a walk. I'll record the trade recap for YouTube a little bit later, and I'll see you guys later. So enjoy. You can trade on the Ffie. You can trade on any market. Would I recommend it? Probably not. Why? Because you don't get the same volume as you do on the NYSE. So the New York Stock Exchange is where the majority of the retail volume actually takes place. So that's why I would not recommend trading on the Ffie or trading on the the Hang Seng or on the DAX or anything like that. From an intraday basis, you can get some movement, you can get some volatile movers, but you don't get them with the same kind of volume. So Teddy's retreat. Outside of the NYSE, I will be reluctant to day trade outside of the NYSE. But yeah, you can trade. I'm going to finish up now, end the stream. Enjoy your evening, guys. Check out the YouTube channel. I'll be posting in about an hour. I'll be posting trade recap, and I'll see you all again first thing tomorrow afternoon. So that'll be 1 p.m. my time, which is London or Dublin. It'll be 8 a.m. market time, East Coast, and we'll do it all again tomorrow.